A lot of people, like usually they can't scale.
And the company just kind of
Implodes. Or you just have to replace, like, these people, your brothers and sisters who you fought in war with, building at the beginning. And the challenge is the people who are great at the beginning might not necessarily be the best people for the growth stage or the big expansion stage.
Interesting. So you kind of have to adapt and change, and maybe also change some of the partners you work with.
It's at first, I think if you're a first-time founder, you kind of have that feeling like it's my brother and sister, so we want to take them together. That's the feeling I had. But after doing it once, it's right now it's very clear in my brain. So like when, at least for my company, I've told some members, like, I think you're a very good growth stage member, but I'm not sure if you can survive the expansion stage. Just the way you speak, sometimes the excuses, it's, that won't fly at the next stage.
Can you give some examples of kind of what, in your experience, defines a company in the early stage as opposed to growth stage? Like, how does management and how do the processes change?
Yeah, I'll say in the early stage, I think the key point is just figuring out that what you have matches what people want to buy. And so in our case, the challenge we had in the beginning was when people heard OneCoin English, they were like, okay, that must be crap. So people's initial impressions was OneCoin English lesson equals crap. So in our case, we really had to spend a lot of time on the marketing, the presentation, like the interior is very beautiful, or it's not, I won't say very beautiful, it's beautiful enough. And let's say the lessons are good. It's people are wearing suits or they're wearing professional attire. So there's nothing strange here. So we had to spend a lot of effort kind of educating people that although it's really cheap. And for other businesses though, it's the same too. You have to just talk to a lot of customers and see if people are willing to spend money to fund your idea or your product or service. And I think if you can get enough traction there, maybe you make like, let's say $10,000 a month, or let's say 1 million yen, or let's say 3 million yen, 5 million yen. Then it's like, okay, we've probably got enough customers that this is an idea that has some possibility here. And at that stage, that's when, let's say, you can really spend more on growth. So maybe spending more money on sales, marketing. But in that beginning, that growth stage, it's really the founders of the company dealing with customers themselves and really make sure this product or service is really what people want. And you get them how to communicate that message to other people. Then once you really get that message and the product, that's when you can kind of bring in other people and say, this is what we do. I'm going to let you take it from here. But a lot of companies fail when they don't know exactly their core identity and they hire people. Then these people come in with their own beliefs, their own thoughts, past experiences. And then the founders in themselves might not know the right path. And then it's kind of hard, like where the person says like, well, you get the impression where the founders don't know what they're doing. So I have to come up with an idea. And from the founders end, they don't know what the right idea is. So they can't give this person feedback. And I think that just creates a lot of friction and unnecessary trying to figure things out. So I think the smoother path is for the founders to figure it out themselves and then get the people to help accelerate it.